YouTube? Welcome to the ranch. We're here tonight. We're going to make something new. We're going to make ghee.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
It's
Also known as clarified butter, or they're similar.
So the first thing you want to do, we're just doing a pound at a time. So when I went to the store, they had butter on sale for $2.99. So I bought 6 pounds to do this, but we're just gonna make a pound tonight. But you want to make sure, check the label on it and make sure it says sweet cream. It can say sweet cream and salt. Some of them are unsalted. If you have a favorite salt, like Redmond's real salt or pink Himalayan, you can get the unsalted and just add a little salt to it. Or you can just leave it unsalted and then salt it when you use it. So we have 4 sticks of unwrapped butter, a whole pound. I preheated the oven at 250, and we're gonna put it in the oven for an hour and a half, and it's gonna separate. The milk solids are gonna go to the bottom, and they're gonna get a little brown, so it's gonna give it a little nutty flavor. But unless you're eating the ghee right beside a spoonful of butter, you're probably not gonna be able to tell. When you make grilled cheese or you're frying your eggs or whatever, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. It's just gonna taste like butter to you. But this is shelf stable, so you don't have to refrigerate it. You can just leave it on the counter. Don't have to worry about it. You can leave it on the counter for a few months and it'll be fine. It'll taste exactly the same. So we're gonna put it in the oven and get started.
Okay, what's the oven set at?
250.
And how long?
An hour and a half.
Okay, sounds great. Now, ghee, for those who don't know, is it's a type of clarified butter, and I think it's from India, and they use it over there for cooking and traditional medicines and religious rituals, things like that. But the difference is between that and butter is the smoke point.
Yes, the smoke point. It's a big difference too, because if you're frying something, if you fried in butter before, you know it doesn't take very long, and all of a sudden it's smoking. Where the ghee has a different smoking point.
Yeah, the ghee is, I think it's 482 for ghee, and most vegetable oils are like 390, something like that.
And that's about the same for butter, about 390.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to put that in the oven, and how long?
For an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, and we'll get right back to you. Okay, through the magic of YouTube, we have
ghee.
Yeah, ghee.
So we're going to take off the impurities off the top. You can do this in the oven or on top of the stove if you want, but if you do it on top of the stove, you have to stand and watch it. This way, you just put it in there, because most times you got other things to do besides standing over a pot watching it. So there's still going to be this is pretty crusty on top, and that's from being in the oven, but I'm not going to worry too much about mixing it up and getting the stuff in there, and if you're really careful, you can take your time, lots and lots of time, and scrape out every little bit of stuff. But I put a piece of cheesecloth from the strainer. I have a piece of cheesecloth between them, so that'll catch out any bits that I don't get. It's like a double insurance. So we're gonna ladle off as much as we can of just the clear ghee. And then what will remain will be all the milk solids in the bottom. And you're gonna get a few drips of that stuff in here. So that's why I put the cheesecloth, and that way I know I can get a pure the most pure butter I can get, because it will catch everything. The strainer will catch the big stuff. Plus, by doing it this way, it holds that piece of cheesecloth for me. But I mean, you can see it is super clear.
Okay, the difference between clarified butter, it's complete once the water is evaporated and the fat is separated from the milk solids. Ghee is usually simmered a little longer, and it gives it a nuttier flavor. But you can do it at 212 degrees, or you can do it at 250. We did it at 250, so this is more ghee than it is just clarified butter. It'll probably have a little more robust flavor.
But you can use this in anything you're going to use butter in. Cakes, cookies, breads.
I'll probably be frying my eggs in that.
Oh yeah. And we're going to get a couple cups. But see how there's some milk solids in there, but that cheesecloth will catch that, and you can see it. Well, maybe you can't. And if this were cooler, I could just pick it up and pour it more, but I mean, it did just come out of the oven.
I know a lot of people that do the keto diet use ghee a lot.
It's loaded. I mean, you have all the good stuff in here and none of the bad.
Well, it's a lot of fats, so probably not the best for your, doctors will say it's not the best for your cholesterol, but it hasn't seemed to hurt me. My numbers are good, better than they've been in a long time.
I'm going to stop here just to show you, because that's the tedious part. But you have clarified butter or ghee. And you can pressure can this if you want, and then it can sit on the shelf for a couple years. I mean, if you need a fat for long-term storage, this is the way to go, because you just pressure can it. Do a whole bunch at a time. You can do it on top of the stove, like I said before. I just don't have the time to stand there for, 45 minutes watching something and worrying about it. If you got little kids running around or something, you don't want to be watching something like that. You have other things to do. This you just put in the oven and it's done. That's pretty much all there is to this.
I'm surprised more people don't do it. You can buy it at the grocery store.
Oh yeah, it's really expensive.
How much?
For what we're making here, it's like maybe you could find it on sale for $6. Most of the time it's $9 to $18 at any local store. You start going to the specialty stores where they have different variety from different countries. You're gonna up the price, up to $50,
wow.
$60. But this is a cheap, easy way to do it, where you can do it at home by yourself,
and
not have to
usually,
spend that money.
We use the butter we get from the Amish.
Yeah.
This was just on sale and we used it, but we got to thinking about it, and we probably get the butter from the Amish cheaper. It's just not we're not able to get it regularly there. They have it sometimes, and sometimes they don't. So.
And then you can take this stuff, mix it all together, and you can still use this, throw it on your pancakes tomorrow morning. Or if you're making homemade biscuits, you spread it on the top of those biscuits.
Oh, and we're having biscuits
And we are having biscuits tomorrow.
Okay, well, we just wanted to show you this video, and
you should try it.
yeah, you guys should try that out there. It's pretty awesome. It's shelf stable butter. So
yeah, and I put it into my jar was warm.
Yeah.
So you don't want to put it into a cold jar. You don't want to take the chance of cracking any jars. But this will turn like a whitish yellow, because it is yellow. Mm-hmm. But it'll go back to looking like a stick of butter. It'll just be soft. It will remain soft.
Okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you think about it, or if you think it's worthy, hit the thumbs up button. And we will see you at the ranch.